Hi guys, welcome back to Send Me Healing. Thank you so much for your support. I'm so glad that we reached 4,000 subscribers. I will be posting the two names for the free giveaways for the readings. And if you are not one of them, it's okay. I mean, you still have a chance for the next 5,000 subscribers mark. Yeah, so I mean, thank you so much for your comments, for your feedback, for I'm really excited to meet you guys, and also for the personal readings. You guys have been booking a lot of them as well. I really love and enjoy learning about your life experiences and also see how they're so close to mine as well. So, yeah, it's really exciting. So, today's pick card reading is on your spiritual gifts. So, the way I see spiritual gifts is very large. It's not, doesn't have to be one specific gift. In these piles, we can have different messages, mixed gift, talents. The way I ask about it as well is anything that basically you received from your angels, the universe, God, to help you during your journey and to help others as well. So of course it's not about keeping a gift, it's not about being selfish, it's about really sharing that with others. Anything that has been given to you to help you advance in your soul journey and help others as well in your path. So we're gonna take a look at that. I'm gonna show you the piles. So the way you choose the pile, I would say, go with your intuition. Whatever actually pulls you in at first, I would say go with that. And then if you have a little bit more reflection and another pile is interesting to you as well, you can look at it as well. So it's up to you. I mean, that's the way I do it. I sometimes look at the numbers as well, in the timestamps. That's something as well that I look at if I'm not sure. And I always, I mostly go with the colors and the pile that really is attractive to me. So, all right, I'll show you the pile. Pile 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hi, pile 1. If you chose this flower, this is going to be a reading on what your spiritual gifts are. Let's get started with the tarot. I pulled some tarot and an oracle card, so let's take a look. So what do we have from the tarot? The Eight of Swords. Pile 1. I feel a lot of you guys attract people around you, people who need help, people who need counsel. Um, People who might be feeling anxious. Um, you might have nice words of wisdom to share. You guys might have a lot of knowledge, specifically when it comes to quotes. Some of you read a lot. Some of you are bookworms here. You can have a sun sign in Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. I also feel you attract people who are at the end of the rope. Some people come to you for counsel because they can't find any other alternative. They just spoke with so many people and you happen to give them the right words. I also feel you guys might not even know that sometimes, that you've helped people in a way that you don't even realize you did. Some of you could be tarot readers here or intuitives. Some of you really are are very strong empaths. You connect with others on a very deep level. You recognize things in others that they don't see in themselves. You could have Scorpio in your charts. You have um you have a lot of depth to you. I feel you could be quite young and have a lot of wisdom to share. People can be quite surprised with the way or how wise you are. I'm hearing as well at work. You could be quite young for the position you're in. Um, People or even bosses might be quite impressed with you. You could be quite studious. You could have been really good at school, at least in a specific subject. You could be really good when it comes to words, even writing. I also feel that some of you are very good at putting boundaries with others or putting your foot down, or you're learning to do that um, because you're very strongly sensitive to other people's energy. I feel you could be quite a sponge when it comes to energies. You could be very sensitive, very, um, yeah, very strong empath, and it could be hard for you to interact with crowds, or once you do that, you feel the need to retract and be alone, retreat, spend time alone. Solitude. In solitude, I also feel you guys can receive a lot of messages from your angels. I feel you guys could be connected to spirit guides who are giving you insights specifically in terms of your thoughts, especially when you're doing something meditative, even if it's just doing like cooking or cleaning the house, or you know, doing something that's quite mundane, and you're receiving a lot of thoughts from your spirit guides or your angels, a lot of insights, a lot of answers are being answered during that time. I feel that you get a lot of aha moments for others. You get a lot of insights for others. Some people might come to you with specific issues or complex problems, and even if you don't have the answer right away, you might get insights later on, and you contact that person to give them that insight that you received, especially before falling asleep. I feel some of you really get messages. You could be clairaudient here. Yeah, you could hear specific messages that are very important for others. Some of you might have prophetic dreams, or or you might realize soon that you have prophetic dreams, or dreams that are very connected to others or other people's energy, or even collective energy. You might get collective messages during your dreams. Um, I also feel some of you in this pile might have felt the pandemic coming, or any kind of major event that are touching the collective. You might have felt it coming in the way you were feeling about yourself, or you might have had some kind of anxiety attacks or feel really anxious when before a few weeks ago, sorry, a few weeks before the pandemic started, or a few weeks before major events, even in your cities or in your countries. You might get a lot of insights when it comes to political events as well. Some of you are very much following what's going on around the world, and you get a lot of inspired thoughts about what's going to happen next. You have invoking self-realization. Each breath confirms how awake I already am. I feel here you guys have gone through multiple spiritual awakening. I feel that a lot of you are connected to a specific spirit guide. A lot of you are already getting a lot of insights. I feel very strong air signs here. Again, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. It could be Sun, Moon rising or Venus. Um, I also feel here a connection with breath. I feel that you guys are very good at controlling the breath. Some of you might be doing uh, meditative sessions, concentrating on your breath, and that way you get a lot of insights. If you don't, I would suggest that you do. I feel that you're very much connected to breath here, or breathing, lungs as well. I feel that you guys are very strong when it comes to your throat chakra, or you want to express your self through your words or your yeah, your words, your writing. I'm also hearing academia here. You guys could be professors, teachers, studying, maybe doing a PhD, master's degree, writing thesis, memoirs. Yeah, have a lot of knowledge to share here with others. You could become a teacher. You could become a conference public speaker as well. It's part of the gifts you have here. Some of you are already very much connected to this and you're realizing that it's part of your path and it's only a confirmation here. So you should be taking that confirmation. I feel that at least maybe a couple here might have had issues, or parents or grandparents who have had issues with their throats, you know, like health issues with their throats or lungs as well. I feel here you guys need a lot of solitude, especially when it comes to um, gaining insights. I feel a lot of you like to go for walks alone, um, in the forest, in the mountain, anything that actually helps you breathe in fresh air. Um, a lot of you get a lot of insights when you step out of the cities and polluted environments. I also feel that a lot of you, if you do stay in a home for a long time, if you don't open up the windows, you get suffocated, you get headaches, or issues with your breathing systems. I also feel you have a lot of third eye chakra activation lately. You might be receiving a lot of insights from your spirit guides. You might become clairvoyant. You might be seeing events coming towards you, or even people. You might actually be connecting through your third eye chakra to other people, especially during your dreams. You might be dreaming about specific people. There's a lot of insights. Those messages are really important. If you can write them down, it's going to be important for you in the future. You can even guide people, counsel people through your own dreams. So, a lot of you guys are picking up energies from others. Even other people that you don't even know need your help. I feel that. So, maybe friends or colleagues or family members that show up, you know, in a couple of weeks, but you already had dreams about them, or you already had the messages that you have to give them. So you get a lot of counsel here, a lot of guidance. People come to you. You can become a mentor or maybe a life coach. Things having to do with coaching, even health coaches. Um, but especially when it comes to life coaching, you might also be a guidance counselor or someone who is really good at guiding people with job, finding their jobs, finding the career path, preparing CVs, preparing letter of intent and things like that. You could be really good at guiding people that way. I feel that some of you are actually helping siblings or friends in that sense. I feel a lot of air energy here again. You could be quite respected in your surroundings. You could have reach a leadership position, or you might be reaching leadership position, or even a leader, being seen as a leader in your society, in your circles. Even if you're not a leader at your job, you could be seen as a leader in your circles, especially when it comes to your public speaking skills, or the ideas you give to others. I'm hearing big ideas here. You might help others open up their businesses. You might bring others insights as to what inspired ideas can help them move forward in life. A lot of advice here I'm feeling. You guys are very good at giving advice. All right, so let's take a look at your flower. Pine number 1. So what are your spiritual gifts? Learning. I see the Hierophant here. Learning, so teaching and learning. You might be really good at that, learning easily. Teaching others, I see group of people. You might be leading groups, having communities coming your way. Um, you have a lot of impact, I'm hearing, more than you think, or you will start having a lot of impact. Some of you are really fresh, really just starting to come into this energy. This energy is just being presented to you soon. It's all very fresh. I feel there's young people here in this crowd. Young people, what I mean by young is in their 20s. You're just learning yet. You're mastering your learning skills to actually use them and teach others and help others learn as well. So you're gaining a lot of insights right now as to how to teach others, how to counsel others. And you are learning about that. Some of you might be actually taking coaching classes, or might be following spiritual leaders or mentors. You might be right now in a very intensive learning time of your life. You might be following people on social media that are really good at that, or you might have um, a very strong connection with a specific person that you are very inspired by, who is giving you a lot of insights on your journey, and who is inspiring you, who you want to be like in if you grow up after you finish your studies. I also feel here people doing their second career, leaving a job to get involved in something more spiritual, more grounded. I feel less less competitive, more inspiring to you. Yeah, people leaving their job for like a second career path here. I feel a lot of growth here by number 1. I feel a lot of you are going through a big growth spur. So no matter what age you are, no matter what stage of your life you are, there is a growth spur here happening, a very much a maturing stage here for you happening. Some of you might have liked Cinderella when you were young. I don't know why I'm hearing that. I heard Cinderella. Or maybe your kids love Cinderella. There has been maybe like martyrdom here. I feel you guys might attract a lot of people with victim mentality, people asking you for help and you giving them the right advice, but they're not taking it, or they're not following it through and coming back again with the same issue. And some of you can get frustrated, or I also feel a lot of patience from a lot of you here. Yeah, you have the gift of patience, being patient with others, sharing a lot of knowledge, but being patient, knowing that each person is at a different stage of their life. There's Capricorn here. I also feel Capricorn. You're very loving, I'm hearing. People find you, there's this father figure, that's why I feel this Capricorn. You could be like a father figure, or you could be very serious in your approach with life. You could be quite grounded or admired by others. You could have achieved quite a lot already. You could have accomplished a lot. If not, you could be really good at what you're doing right now. Or people can see that the potential is there for you to grow a lot here. Some of you have gone through difficult, very, very difficult situations here at your job or in your career path. You're letting that go. I feel a lot of you are releasing a career path or a job situation here. I feel people did not appreciate the amount of work you were putting in. Yes, people, it's like you felt unseen here. Um, but if you do leave, people will miss you. There's a lot of hard workers here, I feel, hard workers. Some of you are being presented with this opportunity of coaching. Again, I'm getting that. Mentoring, teaching. You might even open classes, work on workshops here. There's a lot of growth in that sense. Some of you are really being pulled towards that. Actually, you have even people asking you for things like that. You might be getting a lot of yeah, a lot of people calling you to become a teacher or a coach or some kind of guidance counselor. Some people are actually advising you to do so or asking you to give them insights or give them um, ideas or help them in a way. You're learning about your skills. A lot of you here, point number one, I feel a lot of you are actually discovering this whole part of yourself. Whether you're young or old, I feel a lot of you here are learning about this power here. Power of teaching others, power of counseling others, guiding others. I feel here a lot of you had family members that didn't believe in you or people surrounding you that didn't give you the best advice or best um, support when it comes to your spiritual gifts. They're learning from you now, or they will be learning from you. It's going to surprise you. I also feel you guys are very much open-hearted. You forgive easily. That's actually part of your spiritual gift, forgiveness. And even though you might not forget, but forgiveness is part of you being open to others. Even though you might actually cut out people out of your life, you still forgive them. You release that energy. That's something you are very good at or you're working at doing. A lot of you are perfecting your skills here, mastering something here. Um, mastering, some of you, it's a career skill here. Uh, yeah, you're becoming a master of your craft. You're like showing the way to others. So wherever you're at, even if it's not some job in terms of spirituality, even if it's a work in management, let's say, or corporate work, you are learning to show direction. You're learning to guide others towards the right way. People are following you. People are really looking up to you. This is something that's you're starting to master or you are mastering. You're open up. I've seen like light bulbs. I feel a lot of the insights you give to others, it's like a light bulb moment for many of them. Like you could have students following you or followers in social media. I feel you are speaking to groups of people and you are opening their mind to a whole different view, a whole different approach, a whole different perspective in life. You are um, you have a very strong impact. I get that again. Strong impact on people surrounding you because of the way you speak. You express yourself very clearly. You're learning to do that. I feel has to do a lot with the throat chakra. Self-expression is really important here. Or even writing. Some of you are much better when it comes to writing. You'd rather write what you think. You're very good at preparing an email or preparing a letter rather than speak it. You take the time to really put down the ideas, to really draft the best way, and like really take a look at it. You're very good at that kind of stuff. I'm getting again earth sign here. Yeah, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, specifically Capricorn. Aquarius, I'm also getting Aquarius here. Sometimes you might show up as like standoffish or aloof or maybe even superior for some people. It's not like you don't feel superior, I'm getting. It's just that people look up to you or feel that air that you might be a little bit arrogant. I feel it's all about the way you stand or your maybe the way you dress or the way you are maybe a little bit more reserved. People might feel that you are arrogant. I feel it has to do with you needing your solitude or your needing to be in hermit mode once in a while, needing your space. People need you in a way they feel that you're very relaxing. There's something about relaxation here. Some of you could be a massage therapist or do healing work in that sense. A lot of you need a lot of rest. When you guys give counsel or help others, you need rest in between. You like to pull away your energies. You like to stay alone. You need that time off. So if you are in a relationship, if you're surrounded by others, people might see you as like becoming dreamy or daydreaming or kind of focusing out of the situations you're in. You might be kind of, yeah, like kind of like pulling away all of a sudden. People might feel that that's like hot and cold, but it's not about that. It's just you need your energy here. I'm here. Some of you can become pastors or it, have a lot of faith when it comes to Christianity. Could be connected to a pastor, or you see yourself becoming a pastor, preaching to people in a church, or have maybe a father who has done so, that you admire, or you admire a pastor, you want to become one. So this could resonate for one person here. Some of you are very thin and tall. I see that, like very, very, we can see your bone structures. You have very strong bone structures, very thin and tall. Um, mhm. Pragmatism, charisma, a lot of charisma, very pragmatic. You could be quite practical as well. Very strong leadership skills here. Alright, so that's what I have for you, pie number one. I hope you enjoyed your reading. If you did, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you at your next reading. Bye. Hi, pile two. If you chose this yellow flower, this is going to be a reading on what your spiritual gifts are. So I have pulled tarot card and an oracle. We'll start with that, and then we'll do the flower reading. Okay. So the tarot card, the moon. Wow, the moon. Hmm. Okay, here I feel very strong feminine energy. Very strong feminine energy. You could be quite connected with your mother. You could have a lot of skills when it comes to feminine skills. Some of you could be very motherly, nurturing. You bring a lot of nurturing energy to people around you. I feel people here see you as someone who is very affectionate. Actually, some of you might hide that behind a tough exterior. Yeah, I feel some of you here hide it behind a very tough exterior, but you're very motherly, you care about others. You make sure you tell people happy birthday on their birthdays. You make sure you make other people feel special. You have a lot of energy here. I feel you guys nurture others. You might even be nurturing a project right now. You nurture groups of people, even colleagues. They feel that you're very good at taking care of others. Some of you could have kids here, or might want to have kids or pets, and you're very, very affectionate with your pets. I also feel here some of you might have felt taken advantage of because of this very nurturing, soft quality that you have. I also feel point number two, no matter what or where you were in the past, people don't forget about you. There is an energy here. It's unforgettable. It's very nurturing. It's very patient as well. Some of you work with different type of customers in your job. You're very patient. You're very open to helping out others. Cancer energy, you could have Cancer in your chart, or Pisces. So could be Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. People relate with you. People feel that you relate to them. There is this feeling here, heart chakra opening. You guys just are very warm, and there is. I feel you might attract a lot of older guys or people who are in difficult situations or who need a lot of healing here. I feel a lot of you are healers through your eyes, like you have very soft, tender eyes. When you look at others, people feel a lot of affection coming out of your eyes, a lot of love here. You're also very connected to your angels or to your ancestors, especially your mother's side. Some of you might have lost your mom very early on in your childhood or teenager years. Some of you might have been brought up with by your grandmother. I also feel here you have like maybe a mother or a grandmother or a great grandmother who was a midwife, who was doing shamanism or working with herbalism, things like that. You could have that in your ancestry, you could have that in your family. It's part of your gifts here by number two. I don't know if you are exploring that side of yourself, but that's something you could explore. You could be very good at healing others with feminine energy. Also, I feel a lot of receptivity here. You guys attract a lot of energies around you, a lot of, I'm hearing lost souls. You might attract people who are very hard, very tough. I feel older earth signs, so Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. People are very practical, very stubborn in their ways. Could be attracted to your energy here by number two. Or even younger water signs, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. There's this mother energy. Some of you could be a MILF. You could find you really sexy. This energy is, I'm hearing enticing, very mysterious as well. There's a lot of mystery. Some of you might like to dress very feminine. You might like to put mysterious makeup or wear very mysterious style, have some kind of mysterious style. It's like people can't pin you down. Also feel there's a lot of layers to you. I hear some people might have thought you're crazy, especially when you're younger. Your emotional side was hard for you to accept for some or deal with. You're very emotional, very sensitive and emotional. Some of you might have had temper tantrums or anger issues when you were younger. Very passionate here, very, very passionate. It's still part of your gifts. You're learning to deal with that, or you've learned to master that as to use it for your own benefit rather than let it empower you. So you have some fire in your chart here. Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. You could have it like a rising fire sign or something like that. I feel a lot of fire and water here. You're very protective of people around you, especially younger kids or older, like seniors. You might be the one who get up in the bus to give your space. You're someone who is quite sensitive and quite, um, you feel when others are not doing well. People could be quite oblivious, and you're the one who sees when someone is not doing well in your surroundings. You can even be connected to people in your family and call them all of a sudden because you feel their pain and they have no idea how you actually feel that. Um, I feel here, you guys, there's a lot of intuitive thoughts here. You're very, very intuitive, very, very intuitive. There's a lot of insights. Almost like it's a mystery. I feel the high priestess here as well. It's a mystery. You gain a lot of insights from the other world here as well. Some of you could be connected to the moon very strongly. It's the moon card. So during the full moon and the new moon, you're getting a lot of insights. You're getting. You could also be very meditative during those times. You could become almost like a daydreamer or almost like in a second state here during those times. Eliminating the truth. I am willing to see things clearly no matter the outcome. Wow. This is very powerful energy by number two. Um, I feel here you guys are definitely a beacon of light in your surroundings. You know, I feel you guys bring up to the surface the things people don't want to look at. Scorpio energy here. People might bury things, or I also feel you guys, by number two, maybe people might have betrayed you or even lied to you a lot. It's a lot of lying here, and you see through it. I also feel a lot of you don't even take it personally. You learn to help others see the truth or help others get out of their lyings or their lies. You've learned to not take it personally and really teach them to see that they're lying to themselves. A very sensitive soul, Cancer energy. I'm getting a lot of Cancer vibes here. Very strong empath. I feel a lot of you here have seen some kind of difficult truth really young, or yeah, younger or teenage years, some kind of difficult truth about your parents, or you might have received some kind of truth that you were unexpecting, even from a partner, from people who you trusted. This was eye-opening. I feel a lot of you have had some kind of spiritual awakening if this happens. You could have fell in some kind of depressive state or very sad state that opened you up to other realms, that opened you up to your third eye chakra, that helped you get a lot of insights and also release a lot of ego here, ego death. I feel a lot of you have gone through a lot of ego deaths here. A lot of you are connecting with others on a very deep level here. You can see through their lies, you can see through their ego, you can see through their stubbornness. People really are attracted to your energy. There's a lot of healing energy, especially people who have a lot of ego could be very attracted to you by number two. Um, but I feel many people are in love with you by number two, or feel that they're in love with you, or are just very, very attracted to you. Um, Something very motherly, especially the ones who have had trouble with their mother, who had trouble, you know, connecting with their mother, or have been neglected by their mom. You attract those people a lot here by number two. You have the gift of giving life, I feel, giving life. So you could, you know, have given life, actually life, given, you know, have actually birthed a baby, or you are someone who gives life when you show up in a place in a new setting, like a job or whatever. You bring new life, fresh air. Um, you bring, it's like a rebirth here. Um, you bring light into the darkness for many, many people here by number two. And joy and sunny feeling here. People are very much in love with your receptive energy. I feel a lot of people come to you when they feel bad. You have to be careful with energy vampires by number two. Your energy is very attractive, very soothing, very, very soothing, calming. Um, Also, people like your touch. I don't know if you touch people. If you touch people, people really feel healed or blessed, relaxed, calm. Everything goes away. If you hug people, everything goes away. You might be a big, like someone who likes to hug. Even during the COVID pandemic, you might like to hug people anyway or touch people. People feel your warmth. All right, let's take a look at your flower. All right, pie number two. What are your spiritual gifts? Relaxation, self-worth. Oh, yes, self-worth. That's something really important here. People learn to rely on themselves more. I feel here you guys are very nurturing and bring that side of others in others. So people learn to self-care, to self-nurture, to take care of themselves, to love themselves first. You bring that side here, pie number two. It's something that you trigger in others. You almost like lead by example. Some of you are very good at that. Caring for yourself, taking baths, taking care of your physical appearance. You might like to go for massages, spas, um, or any kind of ritual that's taking care of your body. You could have a lot of Venus in your chart, or you could be Taurus or Libra. Um, yeah, you enjoy life. You might even enjoy making food, taking care of the little things as well, or even taking care of pets and kids. There's a lot of nurturing energy. You bring that out of people, especially like I was saying, like older, mature male, especially the earth signs. You might really open up a new side to them. So Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus could be quite attracted to you, or younger water signs. With you, pie number two, I feel people feel a lot of release, special emotional release. Some of you might attract people who like to cry on your shoulders. And you really have the mother energy here very strongly. Could be very nurturing, even if you're male. Very nurturing to others, very soft, very sweet. Some of you are have this beautiful smile. When people look at your smile, everything is released out of them. Actually, I feel even if you guys don't see people around you, if you see them through a screen, they still feel your healing energy, your calming energy. You have a beautiful energy here. I'm also hearing you could be quite steady, quite reliable in many ways. People can count on you. There's a lot of wisdom, feminine wisdom. Some of you actually teach others shamanism, you teach others how to use herbs in their lifestyle, or you could even teach others how to nurture themselves through healthy food. You could be interested in healing with touch healing, so Reiki or any kind of touch healing, massage. I feel whoever approaches you, whether they're angry, sad, upset, even with you, right away they calm down. There is something so calming, so nurturing, so strong. It's a very powerful feminine energy here. They right away calm down. It's like nobody can stay angry for a long time when they're around you. I also feel very strong water, connections. You could live close to the water. You might like to go walk close to water. You might like to put your feet in water. You might like taking bath. Or you could be a water sign who could have water in your chart a lot. So Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. A lot of you like to release through crying as well. Some of you could even cry during sex, I'm hearing. There's a lot of warmth. I feel like this really releasing energy. People around you feel released, relieved from all their traumas or all their heaviness, especially people who are a lot in their head. So people like with air signs, for example, people who are overthinking, or you kind of bring them down in their bodies. You're able to like ground others, very good at grounding others. Some people actually get addicted to your energies here by number two. You have to protect your energies here. And I feel a lot of you are actually stepping up in your power. You realize this spiritual gift that you have, and you're learning to use it and also not overgive here. Point number two, you're learning not to overgive. You're learning to protect yourself. You're learning to self-care first, to love yourself first, to care for yourself 1st. You're learning to also put healthy boundaries, which I feel could have been difficult when you were younger, because this energy is so powerful. You do attract all kind of people, especially people who are desperate souls or very desperate need of mother energy. Some of you actually like to walk bare feet. If you're connected to the earth energy here, you could like to hug trees. You could like to spend a lot of time in nature. A lot of you here also feel you might connect with a specific spirit animal. Very intuitive pile here. Very intuitive, especially when it comes to your feelings and emotions. You are really connected to that. You honor your emotions, which maybe you haven't done before. People were really inspired by you in that sense. People want to become like you. A lot of people want to become like you. I feel that very strongly. People are admiring you, and I feel a lot of you might have felt quite oblivious to that, or not even noticing that people like that about you, or just really now realizing this quality of yours. There's a richness here, and also a lot of layers of complexity. It's like you don't show everything to others. You are very protective of your energy here, and that's a good thing. You realize that people might have taken advantage of you, especially when you were younger. You had, yeah, Cancer energy. You could have had like difficult uh, friendships. People might have taken advantage of your warmth, of your soothing energy. You could have been depleted by others, but this is also your gift by number two. This is also your gift. You're learning to manage that, or master that, or put healthy boundaries when it's needed, connect with yourself more, and follow your intuition as to when to give and when to receive. That's really important here. Some of you might really open up to a career path here that is very enjoyable for you, especially emotionally enjoyable. Something that's open in your heart chakra, something that's, I feel the Ace of Cups here, something that's really a great opportunity, great potential. There's a lot of joy here. You're following your bliss, you're following your joy. You are a sisterhood, I'm getting. You could be actually creating some kind of community, a sisterhood, I'm hearing, especially. Um, you could be doing moon rituals with people you like, or other women. All right, pie number two. I hope you enjoyed your reading. If you did, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. See you at your next reading. Bye. Hi, pile three. If you chose this flower, this is going to be a reading on what spiritual gifts do you have. So I pulled tarot and oracle cards to see, and then we'll take a look at the flower. All right, so tarot card. Four of Pentacles. What are your spiritual gifts? Pile number three. I feel pie number three here. You open others to their emotions here. I feel a lot of you here are very inspiring, very almost like you make others step out of their comfort zone. There's something almost triggering about you, pie number three. Something quite triggering, something that triggers especially selfish people, people who are very much into their money, who really want to stick with their stability. There's something here that is almost very transformative, very much triggering. I'm getting that. You could be very triggering to others. Your energy is powerful, pie number three. Your energy also is a little bit scary. There could be Scorpio here. You could have a lot of Scorpio, or you can also trigger tower moments with others. I also feel here you learn to build you learn to build your foundations. There's something here that was lacking in your youth for some in childhood. You might have lacked this foundation that you needed to be more confident in your gifts. I feel here earth signs, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. You could have learned to become very practical, very very practical, very almost I'm hearing director, someone who is very much money savvy as well, very good at financial advice. Could be a financial advisor, could work in a bank, but there's still something quite triggering about you. I feel you could be someone who speak up your mind, someone who could be very different from others who are surrounding you, someone who is especially if you are into spirituality, you might give insights to others that may make them feel threatened, especially when it comes to their money or their balance or their foundation. I feel you guys could also attract people sexually, especially older men who are already established in other relationships. You could attract those people very strongly, very sexually as well, and it's a very strong pull. They're very worried or scared, or they need to hold back. They feel that there's a very strong energy of death and rebirth. Yeah, Scorpio energy here for mapa number three, and the earth energy as well. Sorry, I'm just gonna put my charger there. I also feel a lot of you are very good at making money or learning to establish a financial foundation for yourself. You could actually help others do the same. Some of you are actually have invested in the stock market and people are looking up to you in that sense. I also feel some of you are really connecting spirituality with the material world. That's part of your gifts here. Kind of like blessing material object, making them, giving them that sense of spirituality that they need. So for example, um, So, for example, getting an object, you're buying a necklace, it's just a necklace, but you actually give it that sense of spiritual um, importance. So you decide that this is going to be, for example, a talisman. You're going to use it in this sense. You're going to bless it. You're going to take care of it. There is a special place for it. You guys might have altars or have some kind of respect when it comes to objects and material wealth, material your material world. So you're not dismissing the 3D. You know that the 3D has a spiritual quality to it, and you're learning to embody that and show to others how that is actually possible to give a spiritual dimension to the 3D, especially to object, any object that you have in your life. You can become someone who knows how to make things sacred, things, objects, make them sacred and use them for rituals or sacred purposes or even spiritual purposes. You could be really good at tarot. You could be really someone who does witchcraft, who uses wands, who uses crystals as well. Taurus energy here, I'm getting very strongly. Taurus. Very strong North Node. So you guys could be following your North Node here or be connected to your North Node. Um, also feel people see you as very attractive physically. There's something about your physical features, even your skin. Pine number three, something about your skin is so enticing. People want to touch you. Um, some of you are very, very beautiful. It's like you're unreal. There is something almost unreal for some of you. People want to see if your face is real, or there's a lot of sensuality here surrounding you. You embody your body. You know, like you're very much. You could be very in tune with your body. You could be very much. Um, you might love your sexual body, your sensual body. You could be very comfortable with the way you look, very comfortable with your um, qualities and the things you find not very good looking about you either. Very comfortable with that. You could be also someone who's very attached to music, sensual object, anything that touches your senses, foods. You might like to go get massages and you bring that out of yourself. So that's all about almost like helping people discover their senses or discover the side of themselves. Very Taurian energy, Venusian energy here. Also here in silicone, so maybe some of you are doing surgery, plastic surgery, or have or could be into that or have done it or might want to do it. You could actually live in the Silicon Valley as well. Could be working or living there. There's a lot of stepping up into this world, into this earth plane. You have come to bring people, bring spirituality in your practicality kind of thing, you know, bringing people, showing people that anything you do that's quite down to earth, that's quite practical, or, you know, the mundane is actually spiritual as well. Mhm. Activating the third eye. I am willing to see beyond my beliefs, ideas, and conclusions. Ooh, wow. Well, the first message is you guys do trigger activation here. I told you you have a lot of triggering effects. I feel a lot of you show to others what they're missing. I feel a lot of you are also very much almost maybe have done shadow work or push others to do shadow work. So if you come into the vicinity of someone, you trigger that side of them that they see in you what they might dislike about themselves, or they see in you the things they are ignoring or denying within themselves. It triggers them. Some of them might actually run away from you. People might pull away from you, but it's really healing and transformative. It's pushing them to look at a mirror or see themselves clearly. Um, I also feel some of you could have spoken about things or um, verbalize things to others that they've never were able to do. You kind of give them that insight all of a sudden. There's a lot of clairvoyance here. You could be telepathically giving messages to others. You could actually hear telepathic messages from others. Trust that insight here, point number 3. Trust those telepathic messages. They are really important here. I feel a very strong destructive scale here. Destruction, death, rebirth. You could come with a lot of endings. You could come at times where people have gone through a lot of losses. Um, is you bring them that kind of truth, or you could come at a time where people are going through transitions, difficult transitions. You opening up their third eye chakra. A lot of you work with crystals here, or you might like to work with crystals or objects. I also feel some of you give some specific gifts. You're very much specific when you give a gift. The gift means something to you. Objects are important here by number 3. Object, connecting with object is actually important, and connecting with the 3D is really important here. um, a lot of you, again, you send off a lot of telepathic messages to others, even when you're just sitting in a meeting or sitting in a bar or a coffee place. You give off this energy that's very powerful. You might have people look at you strange or magnetically pull to you. Some people are just very intrigued by you. Some of you might have a very specific look, especially when it comes to the way you dress. A lot of mystery by number 3. There's a lot of mystery. You're gaining a lot of insights, especially at nights or during the times where the veil is very thin. So eclipse season is important for you. Could be important also during the full moon or Halloween. Could be very much mystics or very much into dark magic or dark arts, esoteric arts. Very powerful, very scorpionic energy here, very sexually attractive. I also feel a lot of you heal through sexual encounters. You bring a lot of healing to others, a lot of insight when you have sexual encounters with them. Sorry about that. God. All right, let's take a look at the flower. Pine number 3. What are your spiritual gifts? I'm hearing you are bringing sanity where people have been losing their minds. A lot of you are transformative healers. You could be actually in therapists. You could be counselors. You could do a lot of sessions for others. You are able to transform energies. I see like you're almost like a channeler. You could have a very strong channeling skills or transmuting energies here, transmuting the darkness to light. A lot of shadow work here, a lot of powerful energies here. You're not afraid of the darkness. You're very much in tune with your dark side. The dark mother here, I'm hearing Kali Ma. Kali Ma, the goddess Kali, could be important here. You also like service. You do service to others. You might like to volunteer. You could volunteer in difficult places, in dark places where people don't like to go. Hospitals, maybe even death doulas could be something you are interested in. You could help others go through difficult times and difficult illnesses. You could actually volunteer in hospitals or be working in morgues or things like that. You're not afraid of the darkness. You are very good at transmuting darkness into light. You bring a lot of optimism, even in the darkness, a lot of positive outlook. It's like you're almost a key that opens people's third eye, the key that opens people's healing process. A lot of you come and help them discover that, or discover a part of them that they were denying. And a lot of it is actually hidden. I feel you guys have a lot of hidden powers, a lot of hidden secrets, a lot of hidden thoughts, a lot of hidden ideas, there's a lot of hidden things here. You don't open up easily to others, but you could be quite a sharp tongue. You could have air in your chart. So Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, you could be an Aquarius, yeah, you could have Aquarius in your chart. There's a sharpness to the way you speak. There is a straightforward way, very straightforward. Also, it could be also a little bit cynical or sarcastic, or dark humor could be a way to teach others or to open up other people's minds. Sally, I'm hearing the name Sally. Some of you might have liked to color books, or you might like to color. Yeah, coloring books. A lot of you like to work with the moon, or like to walk under moonlight. Moonlight sky, yeah. Miramar, I don't know if this word means anything to you. Miramar, Mira. Lapis lazuli could be a very important stone for you. Lapis lazuli, I'm hearing that. Lapidolite as well. You guys could work with crystals, or could actually learn to work with crystals to bring healing. And I also feel that it could be very nice way of dressing, something very people might look at you, might actually notice you when you show up in a you could have rising Scorpio rising. You could be very much noticed, or Taurus. You could also have Taurus in your chart. Also have very sensual hands. The hands are beautiful here. Hands could be really beautiful. Maybe even people giving you compliments on your hands, even as a male. Beautiful, strong, sturdy hands. Some of you are very delicate though with your hands. You're very good at making things, doing like detailed work with your hands. Could be into crafts, yeah. Or even building houses, building things. You're very much connected to the earth, and also the actual earth, touching argile, clay working as well, pottery, things like that. I feel a lot of your spirituality is connected to the earth and to touching objects and bringing object to life, kind of thing. You might have been stigmatized. Some of you might have some kind of maybe even birthmark or something about your appearance that might have put you aside or marginalized you when you were younger, even now. maybe even people don't say it now anymore, but you know, some kind of birthmark or some kind of, yeah, something that's very visible. Alright, so I hope you liked your reading my pie number 3. If you did, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you at your next reading. Bye. Hi Pie 4, if you chose this flower, this is going to be a reading on your spiritual gifts. Hello, I'm back. I was just putting some music. So, okay, pie number 4, you chose this flower. So I pulled a few tarot decks and an oracle card to see what they say. Let's get started with the tarot. 7 of Pentacles. Ooh, earth signs here, I feel. Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. What are your spiritual gifts? I feel you guys, yeah, a lot of Virgo energy here. You guys could be very good at harvesting the best out of people. You could be really good at pointing out actually gifts in others or talents, skills. You could be very good at managing resources as well. Very good at, you could be really good at you know, we can give you something and you make something out of it. It's like anything we give you, you're very good at like making the best foods or making using the resources you have at hand to make something better out of it. People really enjoy working with you. I feel you might like to work in group settings, or even if you're not, you're just very good at producing things. There's something very you could be very effective or at what you do, whatever you do. There's something very productive. I feel the Empress vibe here. You guys could be really good at choosing the best. How would I say? When people ask you for advice, you're very good at pointing out what are the best practical steps for them to get to where they want. You could be, yeah, you could have Virgo in your chart here. You could also be another earth sign, Capricorn, Taurus, and you could also have air in your chart, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. I feel you guys are very smart, very dedicated. You know how to work properly, I'm hearing. You're very detail oriented. You have a lot of skills when it comes to teaching others, when it comes to teaching others, being more determined themselves. You teach others by example. You are hard worker, actually. You have worked really hard in your life. You're not someone who complains much. When people meet you, they feel that some of you, actually, I'm hearing they feel that they've met the one, or like that they can marry you, they can have a great life with you. There is something very delicious about your presence, like sensually delicious. You could be really good at making really good food. I also feel it could be in terms of actually kissing you, tasting you. People find you really delicious. um, you bring people a lot of um, I'm hearing single, that people who are single like to hang out with you. People who are alone like to hang out with you. You bring a lot of depth to their lives. You bring a lot of insights to their life. A lot of you might actually guide people when it comes to their love life here. Yeah, attracting a soulmate, attracting other men or women. You could be really good at that. Giving them practical advice. Some of you could be coaches here, mentors. A lot of you are connected very strongly to your spirit guides, and yeah, spiritual realms here. You're very connected, and you're very much you're very much practical as to the insights you're getting. So whatever insights that you're getting, you know how to put them into work. You know how to put them into your day-to-day life. You know how to use that advice and advise others with that. Very productive energy, very as well. There's a lot of softness with you. You could give advice, but in a very soft way, very nurturing way, very sweet presence here. I'm hearing you could bring a lot of comfort. Yes, it's like you're like a comfort food to others, or comfort drink as well. Um, you're not very judgmental. You're open-minded to others. You're open-minded to other people's you know, less than good qualities. You can actually very much pinpoint what they are missing or what they could be working on, and without actually being mean or abrasive or aggressive in the way you counsel or guide others. There's a very soft presence here. I also feel very strong connection here with yeah, like maybe Jesus or God, or very very strong connection with the universe, spiritual guides. You could be very much into your faith. Your faith is a very strong gift. People get a lot of insights through your faith. You have a lot of trust in life. You're learning to trust life. You're very admired for that. Some of you guys could be very spiritual in your family, or the most spiritual of your family. People come to you for advice. People are mesmerized by the amount of faith and trust you have for the universe, for your spiritual guides. People are very not just mesmerized, surprised, not surprised, intrigued almost. Like, I feel that people see you getting knowledge that's from another dimension. You helping them. It's like, how can you be so wise? That's what I'm hearing. A lot of people might be asking you. You could be young, you could be looking young, or you could be looking youthful, and you have a lot of wisdom, and it comes from your faith and trust. You also very hard worker. You know how to put practical steps to get to where you want. People have seen you accomplish a lot of things and not complain. You've gone through a lot of setbacks as well. I feel people might not know that about you. I feel a lot of it is hidden. You might have had a lot of heartbreak. You might not complain about it. You've trusted your guides, your angels, to help you come out of the heartbreaks. You also have dispelling sadness. I will feel better once I get the rest I need. Okay. Comfort food. You might, yeah, like hot chocolate. You might be someone people like to go to when things are tough, especially emotionally. They might want to get, maybe your advice could be quite practical or quite tangible in its nature. It's not abstract. So people have tendency to come to you for that because they feel that they can speak to you frankly without being judged, and you would give them the words that they need to hear, not in an abstract level, but in a very practical way. I also feel a very calm energy surrounding you, nurturing energy here. Simple, I'm hearing simplicity, genuine. Um, Again, I'm getting Virgo energy here again. Also, Cancer vibes. Yeah, you could have water in your chart here by number 4. People like almost like they feel healed just by your presence, or they feel that they have the answers. It's like even your silence give them the answers they need. A lot of you are just healing through your presence, or bringing people down to earth, or grounding them, or helping them release their sadness just by your presence. Some of you, people just like to go out with you, or just do simple things like going to, a museum, going for a walk, taking coffee with you, and you bring them down to earth, and you pull them out of their sadness, of their desperate or desperation or despair. Um, you help them release a lot of their overthinking. You're very grounded, you're very practical, but in a very good way, in a very spiritual way, in very I'm hearing sweet way, protective way as well. You could be quite protective of others. Some of you, yes, I see you standing up for your friends if they've been hurt. Someone who stands up for others. You're not afraid. You're not afraid, and you know what you're worth. That's right. A lot of people feel that there's a lot of self-worth, a lot of a lot of worth here, self-value. You know how to self-value yourself. You've learned that. A lot of you actually are very good at being very practical in terms of step by step. You show others how to heal, how to come out of sadness, how to come out of their overthinking, just with small, practical, simple steps. You could be someone who blogs a lot, who could do like 5 tips for this or 5 tips for that. You could actually be very good at that. Um, Helping people discover their genuine simplicity, their side that's very much easily accessible, but almost overlooked, because when you're overthinking, you want maybe like a very big answer, or you might want to go to a specialized counselor or something like that. But with you, they find simple steps, genuine steps that are helping them a lot more than any other advice they've had. You might like to go walk when the sun is setting. You might like to look at the sunset or sunrise. Some of you could be painters. You could actually do energy clearing through paintings. You could cleanse energy for others, or cleanse negative thoughts or negative patterns by your paintings or your drawings. Very inspiring here. Very, very inspiring. Others find you very spiritual. You might not see yourself as very spiritual, but people see you that way. Very connected to the spiritual realm. All right, pie number 4. Okay, this is your flower. So what are your spiritual gifts here? I feel Asian. Some of you could be Asian. There's an Asian connection here. Pie number 4. Some of you could be Buddhist or identify as Buddhist, or with Hinduism, or those Eastern religions, or even practice or go to temples here. I feel a lot of reverence. You guys are very faithful to your faith, very trustworthy towards your angels or your guidance, or learning to be. People see you as someone who is very inspiring through your faith. It's very trustworthy as well. Um, you could have a formal religious training for some. There's something very simple, even the way you sit here. People might like to sit and meditate with you. You might bring people in a meditative state when they're around you. You connect them to their heart chakra by number 4. And I feel Jesus, Christ consciousness here for some of you. Feel connected that way. I also feel you have a lot of spiritual knowledge. Some of you could actually go to the Bible, the Quran, the Torah, the Gita, like some kind of spiritual books you're able to quote them. You're very good at that. You could also be quite religious. You could even practice religion or practice religious rituals. Spirituality could be a practice for you, even in your family. Um, you could be a leader in that. You could have been almost feel like you were chosen when you were a child. You were very connected to your angels. You might have spoken to your ancestors or your angels even as a child, or as you might have spoken directly to God. You have a very strong connection with the angel realms here by number 4. Some of you like to dance. I'm also hearing spiritual dancing. For example, Rumi, the Rumi dances. I forgot those dances. They go round and round. Yeah, Rumi. If you guys know, please put it in the comments. It's those those going round and round. It's a spiritual dance. You might go into trance and receive a lot of insights. A lot of you are, yeah, you might actually like to dance and trance, and you might even like to play the drums or bowls as well. You could actually heal a lot others through sound healing. Some of you have very good skills with the arts, healing arts. I also feel some of you like to put ointments on others. You might like to make your own creams, your own soaps, your own lotions, or yeah, healing lotions. You purify others. There's this purity around you, almost like incense. When we purify the air with incense, people feel that way around you. There is this purity, especially their thoughts, they just can't calm down. There's a very strong way of calming down their thoughts when you're there. Very high vibe, very high frequency here. Some of you could have had mental challenges when you were young, mental illnesses, even possibly maybe learning disability. You could have a learning disability that might have put you at a disadvantage when you were in school, or might have made you feel less than or not good enough. It is part of your gift by number 4 for some of you, the ones that have that identify with that. Even autism, yeah. You're sensitive in many ways. You guys could actually connect with people who are sick or are going through different illnesses. You bring a lot of soothing energy, a lot of healing, and trust, faith, hope. Some of you have lived in very poor environments or have seen your parents go through very difficult times being broke. You've kept your faith. Your faith has been very strong. This is your spiritual gifts, my pie number 4. Faith and trust here. You've always kept your faith. So very difficult times. You might have gone through times you were very broke. Very polyvalent, I'm hearing. I feel in work, or if you guys are working, people can give you all kind of things. You're able to learn skills really easily. You're very adaptable to your surroundings, to others, to the work people give you. You're not a complainer. You work hard. And Virgo energy again. Libra, I'm hearing also. Sagittarius could have that as well. You're a dreamer, but you're also very practical. Some of you might be very good at making passive income, I'm hearing. I don't know, this could connect with someone. Passive income is something here. Some of you could actually be popular somewhere in a platform, or like to spend time in a crowd or with or places where there's a lot of people. some of you might like that kind of energy, might pick up in that energy, kind of like gain insights about yourself through other people's energy. So do meditation sessions, go to places where there's other crowds, where you not negative energies, especially in places where temples and things like that, where you can really reach higher states of frequencies or higher vibes because you're surrounded by other people who are spirituals. A lot of you love to interact in spiritual communities here. People come to you if they're mourning, if they are feeling down and even going through difficult illnesses. There is something very soothing, calming. You kind of bring them down out of their overthinking. Very grounding, very, very grounding, very practical and spiritual. Melissa, I'm hearing. Melissa. Mommy, you could be a mommy, you could be a mom. Shelby, I'm hearing. Sheila, Shelby, Sheila, Rochelle. Yeah. Rima, Reem, Raya, Ryan, Kelly as well. You guys have had a lot of platonic, strong relationships here at pie number 4. Platonic ones, but very inspiring ones for others. They might have loved you. People might have loved you, even if you were just friends. They might have actually had crushes on you, very strong crushes. You could be actually, yeah, you could have considered becoming a nun or a very spiritual person in a religious setting. Mystic, you're a mystic here. Many people see you as a mystic. You could have actually, you could dress in a very mystical way and actually follow a faith here. Very serious. So that's what I have for you, my pile number 4. I hope you enjoyed your reading. If you did, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you at your next reading.